discovery lesson today, our learning intention is I am learning about light and shadows. To be successful, our success criteria is I can create a shadow with a light source and I can explain how to use light to make a shadow. Firstly, I would like you to pause the video and watch this clip about light and shadows. And when you've done that, return to this part of the lesson. So what is a shadow? We've all seen them, just like in this picture, when we're playing outside. So a shadow is the dark shape that is made when something blocks the light from a light source like the sun or a torch or even a campfire. The shadows are created when the light source shines onto the object. So for example, here we have the light bulb that's shining onto the apple, but the apple blocks the light from traveling through it. It's solid, so only the light can go around it. Now you can see that there is a shadow that has been created on the screen of the same size of the apple. But can you change the size of a shadow? You might like to test this when we have finished the lesson. Let's look at some fun facts though. Light only travels in straight lines. We cannot see colours when we're in the dark. And an eclipse, have you ever heard of that word? An eclipse is when the moon passes between the earth and the sun during the day and the earth becomes dark for a few minutes. That's because the earth is covered in a shadow which is created by the moon. So for our activity today, hopefully it's sunny, but if not, you can use a light source like a torch or a lamp, and you are going to find an object and you are going to create a shadow with that object. What you will need is the white blank piece of paper. You will need your pencil, just your grey lead, and you are going to create your shadow and then draw around the outside of it. Use your torch to make sure you've got a nice strong shadow. Now this is the time where you could test to see if you could make the shadow change size. To test this, see if you can put your torch or your light source close to the object and see what happens to the shadow. And then slowly pull the torch away and see what happens to the size of the shadow. But when you've got the shadow fitting on your page, draw around it. You may colour in your shadow, but it will need to be in grey lead because shadows are dark grey or black. And take a photo and submit it to your Class Dojo portfolio. Have fun, guys! To be successful in this lesson, you will have created a shadow with a light source and you will be able to explain how you can use light to make shadows.